Gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the weekly Ultimate No Prep Challenge. We have some very special guests, a special edition, if you will, a European edition, because we have, of course, it's a different time, a different day, and that is to accommodate for a pretty big time difference. As our buddy Nicholas says, Euro friends on an Euro adventure. But joining me today, we have some really cool folks, some new faces and some returning. Below me, we have DigialDude. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm new to this 4D shtick, but I'll do my best.
Heck yeah. Underneath him, we have Darian. How are you, sir?
Hey everyone, I'm very happy to be here and do this with you guys. So I'm looking forward to it. So
heck yeah, awesome. And a returning guest now at a much more reasonable hour, we have Zonalar. How's it going, pal?
Doing okay. All of our Pathfinder sessions are getting cancelled. They're just getting shot down one after another.
No fun, no fair.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's been a while. I need to warm up again.
I know. Well, we'll get right into it. So last week, let's see, what did we do last week? That's not the right one. This is the right one. Last week we did, that's right, we did Heroic Samurai. That was an interesting game. We had Bacon joining us. Of course, Nicholas joined us as well. And there's someone I'm forgetting. Oh, we had Wonka Chunk. That's who else. That's right. We had Wonka Chunk join us as well. We had a great time. That was an interesting game. It was a lot of fun. Had a blast. So we are going to get this thing started. Let's see. Zonalar, would you mind rolling a D8 for me?
D8 coming up. It's a 2.
Action. It's an action game. Alrighty. This is going to be interesting because this could really sway how things are going to go. So what I'll do is I'll roll a D20 to get us a setting. Oh boy. 5. Deity. A deity game. Action deity. Okay. So let's we're gonna roll. Oh man. Okay, this will be interesting. So we're gonna do the GM now. See who's gonna GM. So I will do. It'll be 1 through 2 is me, 3 through 4 is Darian, and 5 through 6 is Zonalar. We ready?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.
Darian.
4.
Darian, you are going to be GMing this thing, buddy.
I dodged the bullet.
Yeah.
Dodged the bullet.
I was very sure it would be me. So I already opened Fantasy Name Generator.
Nice and prepared. I like that.
Yeah.
If you just don't accept the reality that can be you, it won't happen to you.
Right.
You have to think like me. Like, ignore the possibility until the last second.
What do they call it? Manifesting? You're manifesting.
Yeah. You manifest. You have to manifest reality.
Manifesting your misfortune to stay alive over here.
Alrighty.
No, I'm looking forward to do this with you guys. So
Yeah.
Just be lenient. Don't.
Yeah, we are going to get into it. So, deity. This is an interesting concept just in and of itself. I don't remember who put this on.
There was that movie with Olympians and some dude. I don't remember the name.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, something like that. Or there was like that one in like our time. Percy Jackson. Yeah, Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
The Olympians.
That could be cool.
So it depends on what we want to do. If we want to do it like something, there was some like I don't know if a movie or something on Netflix that Olympian gods are still among humans, but they are like just living normal lives.
Yeah.
God powers.
Sure. Yeah, that could be kind of a cool thing where it's like maybe it's like there's this massive threat, or like maybe it's like a war between the gods, and each of us are gods of a different thing, and our powers circle around that idea, if that makes sense.
Yeah, what type of gods would you guys want to be if that would be the case?
Maybe we don't necessarily have to be like brand name Greek or Roman gods. We can just be kind of these abstract, if that makes sense. That way
No,
we can,
I understand.
yeah.
Just like, for example, I don't know, a domain or something for
Sure.
your god powers.
Sure.
So, Zonalar, what about you? What domain would you want to be god of?
Well, I'm trying to think. So deity, we are playing the gods. We are not playing like the religion or playing around one god. We are the gods. That's what we want to do here.
We can talk about that. If us playing the gods. Oh, this was Nicholas. So I guess since we have the guy who put the thing on the list, what did you have in mind for this to initially be? Because I like the idea of going either way, where either we could play the gods themselves, or we could play devout followers of the gods, or maybe it's like a demigod sort of thing.
I mean, when you think of deity, it could also sort of coincide. I saw like mythological there as well as a suggestion. Those two could kind of commingle. Like might not be we play the gods, but we could play humans that walk among like in a time where humans and gods lived side by side, and I guess kind of interacted with each other.
That's kind of
cool. More, yeah.
Well, so we could even go. So when I think back in history, when I think about like ancient Egypt, or even like ancient Rome, for example, the pharaohs of the time, they considered themselves to be gods. They thought they were deity, right? And the same thing with like the Caesars. The Caesars thought that they were gods. That was kind of the whole point of like paying homage and offering up sacrifice to Caesar. So we could even go kind of that direction where we're dealing with individuals who think that they are gods, and we're kind of like maybe like showing them that they're not or something. Maybe it's like an assassination sort of thing where we have to like fight through a well-guarded like compound.
Your man Nicholas is sort of saying that the idea is that you play as gods.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Play the god man.
So what domains would be interesting to you guys?
I was thinking of the idea of it might not fit for this one, but role playing ascending to godhood.
Ooh.
Like, and one of them could be the Lich King, becoming a deity.
That's kind of cool.
Or stealing the trickster god's position with a gamble.
Yeah.
That's like a classic D&D storyline too, right? Like very old school. That's one of those ideas. So like if we want, we can do that Darian, like tell you the domain we're aiming for or that we have. Like if we go for that, then I would like to try and roleplay a Lich attempting to take over, like become God, or one of them. I'll snatch a spot from the pantheon, craft it myself if I have to. God of sausages and beer. That's a German thing, not a Swiss.
Not the Swiss thing.
No, I will be God of the mountains.
Yeah, and chocolate.
Yeah, engineering. To craft.
I really like that idea. The idea of like The goal is godhood. God of watches and chocolate. Two of my favorite things.
Watch yourself, okay?
No, but I do like that idea. Maybe it's like you're the lich, and we're like your underlings who are trying to help you. And the idea is like we'll become demigods after you ascend to godhood.
Yeah, shit flows downhill, of course.
Yeah,
Of course,
Chill
yeah.
down.
Do you like that, Darian? Or should we all try to ascend godhood? Or am I the one pushing in and you guys can play actual gods and are like, oh, fuck that noise, not him, not that guy.
Or like in Baldur's Gate, there are the three gods: Baal. What was the other?
Merkel,
Merkel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Bane? I'm not sure.
Yeah, Bane, exactly. So these three gods, and
Baal, Bane, and Merkel.
Yeah.
It could be something. It could be something like myself and DigialDude are already gods, but we need you to ascend in order to like be the majority or something, if that makes sense. Like there's something we have to accomplish, and it's sort of up to a vote, if that makes sense. So we have
the Pantheon voting block.
But you know what I mean? Like it's like a power struggle happening in the background.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, so you need the third god that and now you are trying to help Zolanar's character to ascend to godhood, so you got your third
Yeah. Now when I think of like, okay, you need like a third god, I don't ever think of, it's because when we have one more god we are more powerful. I always imagine it's because of the domains that you have don't allow you to succeed or like to get the thing.
Yeah.
Like very often gods are connected to fertility or life or ingenuity, but not war and destruction and chaos, or change. You cannot enact change because there's a god of change and he doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Something like that. But how do we make it an action? And then,
that's the thing. Yeah,
like political maneuvering is not very
well. Then maybe it's like an assassination thing. Like maybe the godhood.
I love the idea of killing the god of death. Okay, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah,
I want to kill the god of death.
Well, it's kind of like what's the lore in D&D? It's like the Raven Queen. Didn't she like kill someone to become the goddess of death or something?
Yeah,
I don't read the books.
I think it was kind of fucked up in the way that she showed. Are we talking about the Queen of Sigil? Like she showed up at one point, or is that a different character?
No, I think it's the same also with these three Merkel, Baal, and I don't know the third.
Yeah, Bane, Baal, and Merkel. They have a trio going on.
Yeah,
one of
but they did the same thing. They killed the previous god and they took its power. That's how they became gods.
Like splitting it up between the three of them.
Yeah, exactly. It was because there was one god that had all three domains, and then they killed. They were mortals. They are mortals. Cool. They killed the god, and they each took one of the god's domains.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah,
it's like taking apart the god of destruction into deceit, rage, and whatever. Like deceit, rage, and the third thing.
What about you, Digital? What are you thinking of?
I don't know. When I thought, deities, I know this is probably like another topic, but I was thinking more of like a war of gods, more like a kind of, I don't know, Ragnarok, but Ragnarok's more apocalyptic.
Sure. Hey, we could throw that in. Like that is totally, I mean, it would be more so a thing of like, as far as action goes, it would be a little bit more honed in on what it is we're doing.
Yeah,
Because I like that idea because it sort of gives us this ability to sort of like just go all Sauron and just knock these waves of people out the way. You know what I mean? I think something like that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, we
But
can do that.
for example, let's say that it's some kind of apocalyptic
Sure.
scenario, and I'm thinking that some part of the pantheon wants to be against it, and some want to usher in this event.
Yeah.
And what you on which part would you guys be? The ones that want to save what is already there, or that want to destroy what is there and make something new? I don't know, or nothing. Make nothing.
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of being the defenders. I think I think that I guess you can kind of assume that it makes us the good guys. But
The defenders of chaos, the dark age must continue.
Yeah.
I want to leave it up like to DigialDude since he's kind of the new guy, so I don't want him to like push my ideas onto everybody on here. I had enough chances. Big office fight. What?
Yeah, there you all work as at heaven.com, the new.
Yeah.
You are all part of the C-suite, so you are the gods of the office.
Oh no, it's another cyberpunk game, and we are the bosses. Not again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the idea of being on the side of chaos. It's mostly there's a lot more creativity about what you can do because usually like the good gods, if you can use that term, very human. You're predicted as being human. Gods of chaos and destruction can be, well, who knows, you know?
Yeah. I like that. So, man, so that if we want to make it, oh, dude, we totally could. I don't know if y'all are familiar with like the Elric books or any other Michael Moorcock.
Vaguely familiar with the Moorcock books. Yeah.
I don't read. I watch movies.
Yeah, I try to read, but usually I go to movies.
Yeah. No. So the basic idea of the pantheon in the Moorcock like multiverse, you have these different planes of existence, and the different planes are ruled by different gods, but they're a part of two sides. So you have the gods of law and you have the gods of chaos.
Oh yeah.
The influence of law versus chaos has a tangible effect on the way that the world works. So a land ruled by chaos, you may be shifting between different realms and not even realize it. Whereas a world ruled by law, you can't get through if you try, right? So, but of course they're constantly at war with one another. So we could make it a thing like the forces of chaos are infiltrating the forces of law. I think that'd be a really dope idea.
Yeah, that could be good. Yeah.
So you want it to be overt or subterfuge?
It's an action game. We
I
have to be like
not a
fist to the
self-explanatory,
face.
right?
Yeah.
Right through.
Yeah, we just go in guns
so
blazing.
I kind of feel like we have to kill the titans, you know, the titans of order, so to say. Like the creators, the who built the machinations of the worlds or whatever. They want to create humans and elves and all kinds of bullshit. Like, fuck that, troglodytes now.
Yeah.
Let
So
me
what
twist what you create and
domains-
put in a bit of chaos.
So what domains would you guys want as chaos gods?
I'll let you guys have first pick.
Yeah.
Or I can say I won't go with the the Lich angle because I still feel he's quite lawful in the sense of like there's a lot of order in spellcasting and being a Lich. So I will go with something else that's more chaotic.
It doesn't necessarily need to be like you can be a Lich and be chaotic, because the idea of law versus chaos in sort of the idea that I have in
The
mind,
cosmic one?
yeah, it is a cosmic struggle. So it's not necessarily like,
yeah, it's not good
you know,
in evil.
Yeah. It's not necessarily that. It's sort of understood that chaos is evil, but it's not the D&D interpretation of it, you know.
Yes.
Chaotic doesn't necessarily mean that you're just murder hoboing, right? It's more so of you're on the cosmic side of chaos.
Yeah, so change, and you don't like strict. You want things to flow and they have not to be rigid. And
I can see like you could roleplay a god of nature in that sense, like the god of earthquakes or
something like that would be because of course you have law, and you have chaos, but there's also the balance between the two, and that's a whole other side unto itself. That could be a whole other thing. We could play the gods of balance, and we're trying to we're either sowing chaos or we're using law to fix the chaos. That way the world isn't imploding in on itself. Maybe that's too out there. Maybe that's too out. Maybe I'm throwing too much on the fire there. I do like the idea of us though. I do like the idea of us playing one side or the other.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with doing chaos. That's kind of cool.
So what is the consensus then? Do chaos gods or balance gods?
Well, yeah, I'm down with chaos gods. I like that. Yeah. I'm super down to roleplay. I mean, just sounds fun. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm down for chaos too.
Yeah.
Just mulling over the domain.
Yeah, I mean, it was your idea, so I say we go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
One, I can imagine myself playing a god of. It's a bit like a god of change or the Twister, you know.
Yeah.
I can never create. I can only change what already exists.
That's cool.
And I don't have the domains over nature or, you know, the elemental planes, or stuff like that. I need to take what somebody else has created, and I can only affect that.
Ooh, I like that. That's cool. My guy, he's sort of the god of like scavengers, if that makes sense. So he controls like the buzzards. He controls the insects that eat all the dead stuff. You know, if that makes sense. He's sort of the one that cleans up after everything. You know, so flies and things like that.
Kind of stumped. I was thinking maybe like a god of, I don't know, like death, decay. Not necessarily a lich, but you know.
Sure.
I don't know if I have a cool title.
Decay or just death, or
so how about this? Maybe because mine and your ideas are very similar. I have another idea that I kind of like. Why don't you take my idea? Obviously, like if you're cool with it. So you have sort of the decay, death sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I will be the god of like control. basically I have the ability to pull beings from other planes to serve me. Oh, domination. That's a good way to put it.
Oh yeah.
Domination. That is a good way to put it.
I was thinking like the tyrant god, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
Because he always tells everybody else what they do, like a control in that sense.
Yeah.
Domination that's super cool. Well, actually, it's a goddess. You know, you don't choose a gender. It's a cultist that choose it for you. They're like, yes, dominate us. Why are you so weird about this?
Sigils. So I guess my symbol is that of an eye. So it's like a fly's eye that is so it's all like segmented and everything, and then you have a six-fingered hand. It's like an eye and a hand. So this bejeweled eye and then a six-fingered hand.
My symbol is a swirly.
Nice.
And it has to be red. Because it's red, most of them are drawn in blood.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Nicholas.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Do you want to name Digital?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tarmac.
Tarmac?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a name.
It is indeed a name.
Maybe there are
Eris?
better ones out there.
Zuros?
It's Tom. The god of doom, Tom.
Ithos? Ithos? Ithos?
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I can go with that. Ithos. The god of dudes. It's god of death and decay, or just death.
God of dudes.
God of dudes.
God of Megadeth.
Watch him become a god.
As long as all the dudes believe in you, you know, you can ascend.
And what is your symbol?
I don't know. I had an image of just like a skull, maybe like an eye still in one of its sockets, and like a crow kind of reaching down to kind of pick it out or pick at it.
That's cool.
That's kind of just what I had.
I like that a lot.
We'll need a brief pronunciation guide. I'll get one of my cultists on that right away, Nicholas.
It's something for the gods of order to figure out. I'm not too worried about it. All right.
All right, let me get this up here. I found an image that I like.
Nice.
Oh, it's very good.
Your headquarters is just an apartment, pizza boxes everywhere.
Don't talk about the evil Chaos Cave. It's secret for a reason. All right, we must make a plan. Retreat to the Chaos Cave. Oh, it could literally be the caves of chaos.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a manifestation that you reach like through the undergrounds or cave systems to enter the planes of chaos, the caves of chaos.
I actually really like that idea. Uh-oh.
No, we lost Darian.
We lost Darian. We lost our
It's
GM.
Like, that idea is stupid.
Yeah, I'm
You
out
should
of
be,
here.
oh shit, I'm out of here. Actually, I need to make some pizza. Like,
Yeah.
Lost.
Lost Mega God.
Please come back. We need you. I think Cyrex himself as a... I'm leaning like towards the Warhammer thing of a purple-robed figure that you never see his face.
Ooh, I like that.
And you never see his face because I'm pretty sure it's like light disappears. But if people try to look, the only stories are like people becoming crazy or becoming so twisted and corrupted they are not themselves anymore.
Yeah.
So
like
you never get a reliable statement of how Cyrex really looks like.
Sure.
So he's like represented as like the twisting whisper or the purple. That's a different word for purple. Like the
There you
purple
are.
wanderers or something like that.
Yeah, sorry, something went wrong with my internet.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Alright.
all fine. Wasn't there like the royal name of the purple color or something like that? I'm bad with names.
I don't
I
know.
need a
Probably.
woman. Need a woman that knows all 30 names for purple.
Fuchsia.
I don't know.
I don't even think it's purple.
I always thought there's only one name for purple. Purple.
Alrighty. So we got Ren Queel, God of Domination. We got Zyrax, the Twisting Whisper, and then Ithos, the God of Death. And Darian, he's gonna be our instead of Game Master, he'll be the God Master.
Master.
The God Master.
Oh, hail to the God Master.
Tremble in fear.
Yes. Yeah.
Mortals.
Gods damn you!
What we're trying to do.
So, are we ready to start or?
Yeah. In this game, we know the unknown, and you know the knowns, which are unknown to the chaos.
Yes. Let me paint a scene. A void where everything shimmers, changes, nothing is still. The three of you together at a table that changes form, like from round to oval to, I know, all shapes in changing. Also the chairs that you sit in, and a demon, no, not a demon, yeah, a demon lord, which you know as Bazi. He enters this room and says, "My lords, it's time. The armies have assembled."
I stand to my feet, my scarlet robe wrapped around me, a drape of blondish hair occluding my bejeweled eye. I give a long look to my other two compatriots. Come, friends. It is time we bring the true freedom of chaos to the realm of law.
Hunched over in a lavender robes with a gold trim around its edges, the hood deeply covered, staring into a crystal ball, watching cultists cut off the wings of a Pegasus in a ritual. Just one more moment. It's almost complete.
I guess, rising from his chair, draped in a cloak of pure black, seems to disguise his physical form, barring his skull face, small light glinting in one of his sockets. He says, "Let us go then."
I turn towards the door, begin to walk out of it with a hand, a six-fingered right hand. A pathway is open, a dimensional portal opens up, glowing purples and blues and reds. Zyrax, make it fast.
I start floating off the ground to get on my feet, disappearing under my robe itself, and hovered, feathered, scaled hand with long fingernails that look like talons over the orb itself, vanishing the object. I'm here, hovering towards you.
I stand out of the way, allowing Zyrax to come through. Ithos, the time is at hand.
I don't really respond, but look in his direction and sort of nod in assent.
I snarl within the hood. Time doesn't have to be involved. I hate him.
He is beyond our domain, far above our concerns. Yet he still ever presses forward. We have no time to waste. I reach behind my back within my scarlet robe and a long black sword covered in runes. I hold it before me, looking up and down at the various runes, the hilt of it pointed upwards. I enter through the portal, keeping it open for Ithos to follow.
I'll wander my way through the portal.
Follow behind him, taking two dangly clawed fingers into the other robe and pulling out a stave, crafted out of fingers interwoven into each other.
There?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
I lost. Okay, good. Okay,
Verse?
sorry,
Okay.
I lost connection.
Gotcha. I'm pulling out a stave about as big as I am, made out of interconnecting fingers. At the very top, the shrunken head of a very old man that was known as an archmage, working as the focus of it all. As I step through the portal behind Darian
with a wave of a 6-fingered hand, the portal dissolves. Up ahead in the distance, I see the landscape before me.
Looking down, a red sandy of all colors and shapes, and their weapons and chanting.
I hold my blade aloft out over the chanting crowd. I speak up and say, "The time has come for us to let chaos ensue. We shall press on toward the membrane and break through to the lawful plane. Let your blades run red with the crimson of law."
A roar can be heard from beneath, as a unison of a cacophony of demons roaring for blood.
I hold out the sword, both hands in front of me. I focus my energy, and a beam fires out the end of the sword, beginning the process of breaking through the membrane. Success. The beam crackles, and a small hairline crack begins to form in midair. "Ethos! Assist me! Aid me with your power! Zyrax, you do the same!"
I reach into my cloak, draw out a stave, sort of slamming it in the ground, producing a scythe blade. And I sort of rush flying towards where the hairline crack is being made. Take the scythe, swing it into the hairline crack to try and produce a wider hole.
I pull out of my robe a worm with 2 heads, split up in the center of it, wiggling in my fingers, and I hold it up to my stave as the archwizard's head, adorning the top of it, eats the worm, and then spits it back out with an unholy light as it turns into a double-headed purple worm the size of a massive cave itself, slamming against the shimmering golden membranes of law.
The hairline fractures starts to open as all 3 of your powers combine, and a huge portal opens up, and at the other side you can see vast green plains, forests, green forests and cities with farmlands.
With the door, this portal wide open, the beam of energy breaks, and I hold my sword aloft and say, "Onward!" beckoning the sea of demons to progress through. Their steps beginning to desiccate, their very presence tarnishing the green perfection of this plane. I call out, "Ethos, lead them forward! Burn it all to the ground!"
Hearing Rise call, I look to the armies and go, "Wipe it." Oh,
it's all good. You can keep going.
I say, wipe the old world away, that the new world of chaos be born.
It's time that the surface is gonna see a change of pace. I float down towards the army itself as they're charging, descending upon a lesser demon, digging my rope, overwhelming his upper half as talons dig into his flesh, blood spewing out, and transforming the lesser demon, its bodily shape, into a disc form, using him as a levitating platform to fly through the portal itself.
My view shifts from the space before me, everything coated in a shade of red, red smoke, red and black everywhere. My 6-fingered left hand outstretched, and I call forward, "Come, creatures of darkness, fulfill your ancient vow." And I beckon forth an army of these bloodthirsty ape creatures. My brain is pierced with a sharp pain. I take a knee as the spirits retaliate in anger, unable to bring them forth.
I sort of take a moment to observe the chaos of battle, kind of get a sense of where our enemies are.
At the other side of the portal is everything is peaceful.
As I see the entering in demons, the hordes of demons, their very footsteps causing the green grass to turn brown and to wither. I stand to my feet, sort of shaking away the pain as I float down, stepping off the cliff I was on, float down to the ground, begin to casually walk with purpose through the portal.
Floating on the demon disc, its own wails screaming. As I fly above the ground, overlooking the trees and the forests and the farmlands, and seeing the massive castle on the horizon in front of us. I lift the stave, and the head itself bends to the right as I manifest magic onto one of the big towers of the castle to bend with it. I will make a magic roll. Success.
The tower bends and buckles under the weight of the stones, and screams can be heard in the distance.
Call out to Ithos. Our opening! Take your men into there! Slay all that you see!
A roar, and all the demons start pouring through the portal, destroying everything in their path. A sea of chaos, destroying the order of the world in front of them. Only ruin in their path, going towards the city.
The mortals thought they have it all figured out, Rin.
I'll look to the army, sort of signal to a detachment of them to follow me, and I make my way to the castle.
A contingent of death knights salute you, bang their swords against their black shields, and they start moving information with behind you.
Mm-hmm. Let nothing remain but their bones, I tell them.
A wail, as can be heard from all of them in unison, as they convey that they understand the order, and they pour towards the city.
Hold my blade to the sky, and I slash it, attempting to open a rift to another plane and summon a flying monster to aid me. Success. A flying lizard creature like a pterodactyl with a bird-like head sweeps down. I jump in the air. It catches me. I begin to swoop over top of the castle, looking down below overhead. I reach behind, and I have these small orbs, orange in color, and I drop 3 of them down below. One of them shatters, black smoke beginning to emit, and then it fades away into nothing. Failure.
as the demons and death knights pour into the city, the screams of the dying can be heard, and the guards that and the knights that are in the city start to rally and to mount a defense.
Flying slow circles above the kingdom in the vicinity of Rinquill. I look down on the ants squirming about and forming up phalanxes and units and pushing back. Battle lines being drawn inside the city walls. And I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like. Ooh. And I point my staff down. And a purple beam emits like a swirl before dissipating as it hits the people on the ground. A magic starts affecting them, making them retch for a moment as some of them start to mutate. A success as they get, all of them get a third leg.
As this happened, the line starts to break and the demons start to pour through them towards the temple district. As this is happening, a flash of light starts to burst from the temples in the temple district, and you hear in your minds, brothers, is this how you visit us in our domain? A low, a stable voice, but different, like 4 or 5 voices.
Get out of here. Get out of my head. You don't belong here. You can't handle it. You can't handle the spice.
I call out to them. Speaking back in my own head. This world is ours. Chaos shall reign.
Hearing the voices again, I answer back in my head, a fool's you be to think you can challenge death.
One of the voices, death is a part of life. Without death, there is no birth, no. And above the city, you see a knight with golden armor floating above, and he starts hurling beams of light towards you three.
I swerve out of the way, commandeering this creature, trying to avoid them.
I take my scythe, sort of angling the swing, attempt to deflect the beam of light as it comes towards me. That's a success. I managed to deflect it back and away into the far horizon.
Success as well. I swoop out of the way and then go sky high straight up into the air before leveling out.
The
I cackle and pull out a small object made out of glass that looks like a prism as it floats up to intersect the beam of light approaching me and split it in 1,000 different lights, diffusing its energies. But it fails, and the prism itself shatters upon impact.
Seeing this golden night, I stare it down. I call out to my other compatriots. I know this man. I know this thing. This is Gainer, servant of law. Let us commandeer him for our own uses. And I zoom forward on this flying creature, this monster with my blade outstretched, trying to pierce him in his chest. Critical success. The blade pierces him into his chest, and dark forces of influence begin to seep through the blade, pulsating from my six-fingered hand into him. My eye flashes, and I try to take dominion over him. Success.
the armor of the knight starts to blacken, and his eyes start to glow red, and he falls on one knee and says, "Command me, master."
Part of
Go ahead.
my body struck by the light itself, the robe, some of it singed, exposing my right arm, feathers sticking through. Under it, I snarl, "Yeah," and I point to the ground. And out of the ground, the two-headed purple worm erupts in anger and thrashes towards the kingdom, approaching slowly, reaching the city walls. Heavy impacts, stones flying into the sky.
Screams of agony can be heard underneath.
Music to my ears.
I pull out the blade and point it towards Ithos. I say to Gainer, "Follow him. He shall tell you what needs to be done. Do his will."
The knight beats his chest with his armored glove, now black. "Yes, master," and falls behind the ethos. "Command me, my lord."
I look to him, look around at the chaos of the city and the castle, stretch my arms out wide and go, "Wipe it all away." let no thing, in sight live.
As the command is spoken, the knight creates a huge ball of dark energy and hurls it towards the city. As it strikes the ground, only a crater remains. No demons, no humans, no nothing. Only dust.
Oh, Zarek sounds disappointed. His shoulders slack a bit. What's left to change? Nobody knows I'm here anymore. This must be quite the first quencher if us. So much dead. Almost jealous.
I hop off of the flying creature, dismissing it back to the plane it returned. I say to it, "You have fulfilled your oath. Be free." Turn back to the others. These are just the small peons, the pawns. The real quest, the real goal, I point, is at the top of that hill. A massive, beautiful kingdom with an ever-glowing light behind it. That is where the gods of law reside. That is our target.
4 heads, 3 women and 1 man, all glowing in golden light. They turn their gaze towards you and they say, "It has begun."
Imperius itself. You want the rock? I look over at the mountain.
It turns to you and says, "You bottom feeders have always wanted to be here with us on top of the mountain. Instead, you were banished down below. You think this time it will be different?"
I look to them and say, my mouth opening in a kind of smile. I guarantee you today will be different.
Blade up. I slice the air and give another slice. 2 small portals open up, closing the distance between the bottom and the top of the hill. I gesture to Ithos. "If you wish."
I extend a hand towards Rai to accept his offer.
The portals open wider to allow you and your men to enter.
I gesture for them to go through, sort of follow in behind them.
The portal opens in a open space, columns, clouds around them. At the other side of the portal, these 4 figures on top of thrones, and now an army of angels all glowing in front of them.
I sort of gesture out again. This war of ours has gone on since the first. Let today be the last. And I, gesture for the men, and again say, wipe it all away.
The knight in black armor with glowing red eyes, with the contingent of death knights behind him, they all storm this place, and the angels start running towards them, and they collide with each other, and the sound of battle can be heard.
My jeweled eye rolls back in my head, and my vision shifts again to that red smoky plain. With a hand I call forth. With a hand I call forth to a smaller group of these ape monsters, trying to beckon them forth to help aid us. Success. A retinue of 5 ape creatures, mouths, sharp teeth, muscular bodies, rip through a tear in the space. I point through the portal. Aid them. Finish these beings of light.
I snarl under the robe itself, looking towards the mountain, flying fast on the demonic disc, but not as fast as a portal. I look up to the sky and say, it's far too bright up here. I never liked the sun anyways. And I reach my left hand out, a tentacle growing towards the sun. And from my mind's eye, the tentacle wraps around the sun and pulls it towards the ground. The tentacle is singeing and burning on its surface itself, as it can be seen enveloping the sun, entering a twilight in the skies, but unable to pull it down.
Observing
her arm, and the sun starts to get back up. Not so fast. It is still daylight outside.
Observing the battle going on, I sort of take a stand myself, kind of in the ground. Hand outstretched, I look to these beings of light and go, come, Is not one of you brave enough to challenge Ethos?
I step through my portal. I look back to Zyrax. You should come. This will only stay open for a moment longer. I turn back around. Blade outstretched. I approach a group of the angels and try to slash them down. Success. Strike through 2 of them, knocking them to the ground.
I snarl in disgust and fly towards the portal, but not without channeling a beam of dark energy towards the sun. If I can have the sun, I'll just take a couple of it with me, as it pierces into the sun itself, sending down fragments of comets towards the surface, raining hell fire to the ground. A critical success as I disappear in the portal. Boom, boom.
In the distance, the plumes of smoke rise through up into the sky as the comets hit the ground, and a part of the world gets plunged into darkness. But on top of the mountain, there is still light, as it's far above this, the mortal realms. The man rises up from his throne, runs towards you, Rin, with his blade, engages you in combat.
I attempt to lift mine up, blocking to meet his as he strikes. Failure.
His sword slashes through your armor and leaves a slash on your chest.
Black blood emanating from the wound.
I lift my sort of scythe, take it in both hands, looking to one of the other female gods. I sort of fly at her, raise my scythe, and try to bring it down. That's a fail.
As you come in to strike, she lifts up a shield that glows with a very radiant light, and strikes your sight and a sickle, golden sickle, slashes at you.
I attempt to block it. That's also a failure.
The sickle cuts at your arm.
I let out a roar of pain as that happens.
With a hand, I tear off the scarlet robe, revealing a sort of desiccated, pale body underneath. I swing the blade over my head down at the individual who attacked me. Success.
The blade strike the chest of not getting a chance to parry with his sword, and light starts oozing from his wounds.
I look around the battlefields, armies of angels and demons clashing brother against brother. Flying in the skies, I see some of them approaching me, but I'm not worried. I look at the stave and say, Antonidas, what a fool you were. Speaking to the shrimpled head on top of the stave. But maybe this is your chance to become a god yourself. Why not? And the tentacle slithering out, holding the stave, the tip of it wrapped around a knife. As I slide into my hands, cutting it open, feeding blood into the mouth of the shrunken head, giving him back a life force as the eyes go open wide and pulsates. The stave itself, all the fingers amalgamating into a corporeal form of a body, giving him a black robe and life into his face. And I pull up a book, a fake book made out of human leather, and hand it to him. I'll make a roll if he likes me after that. Failure. There you go, Antonidas. Have fun.
I look back to Zyrax.
Again, you need me, you pathetic god.
Don't be that. Don't be that way. You know, it's challenging to take my place.
I turn back to Zyrax. What have you done? I turn back to the angel I'm fighting, the god of law that I'm fighting. I see the light poking out from his chest, and I reach in a 6-fingered hand, trying to jut it into his chest. Success. My fingers deep into his chest, the blood lighting up my hand as I force my my dark influence over him, attempting to commandeer him for myself. Success. The power begins to flow through the veins and the small recesses in my hand as dark power begins to fill his chest.
His eyes go wide, not expecting this, and then they become black, and then they turn. His head turns 180 degrees towards the other gods, and then turns like a bit like a puppet to one side, and licks his lips, and starts floating towards the two goddesses that are still on the throne.
My hand detaches from my arm, staying implanted in his chest. This invisible tether between the hand and my arm. Other still wielding the blade. I look to Ithos. Guard this pawn. As long as my hand is in his chest, I have control over him.
Hearing Rai's call, I back out of my current combat with one of the female gods to sort of meet the pawn, or to go side by side with the pawn. A fine puppet you've made, Rai.
I begin to walk over to assist with the goddess that he was combating with. A blade up, I slash down at her legs. Success.
Your blade cuts deep into the leg, and she falls on her back. As this happens, the other two stand up from their thrones and says, "It seems we underestimated you." And one of them takes out a glowing bow and starts shooting arrows. And the other one takes out a spear and jumps towards you, Zyrax.
Ignoring the god. Negotiating with Antonidas the Lich King. I say, don't be that way. The domains of change and chaos, they don't really fit you, do they? If you want, you can have it. Or you can have his job and become the god of all craft. Create as much as you want. Your own kingdoms to rule. Trying to persuade him. The choice is yours.
Seeing Rai. Sorry, go ahead there.
The persuade is a failure.
He takes the book, opens it, and he starts to an incantation. And black tentacles open from a dimension and start going towards you. Are you such a fool to think me a fool as you?
You cannot capture chaos. You can't take me. But who will do my job if I'm not here?
He points to the puppet and says, maybe he will.
Feel the tentacle wrap around my body, and the hood gets knocked off. And on it, it's a shrimpled head with no blood and no life, with a permanent smile carved on its face. It gets pulled up towards the portal the tentacle came from. Yeah? Have fun, Ren.
Zyrax! I turn back around, running over, blade outstretched, attempting to strike at the Lich. Success. The blade pierces its back, and I quickly, hastily try to take control of it. My hand falling out of the puppet and begins to crawl back towards me. I relinquish control of the puppet, trying to quickly not lose my friend. And it's no use. My power is elsewhere. I drive the blade in deeper, attempting to kill this thing before it finishes, before it takes Zyrax away.
Oh, Ren, you're so naive. He's a lich. The whole purpose is to be a non-death.
Unable to. The spear-wielding god comes towards me. I'm defenseless.
A smiling gaze upon the spear wielder.
He jumps and tries to stab you, but to the tentacles, he misses.
Way!
The Lich says, he spits and says, I didn't want that. It seems you have 9 lives, Zyrax.
Sort of seeing the chaos unfold over there, I look to the other god with the sphere of light firing arrows, and I move in, sort of stretching out one skeletal arm in an attempt to grab him by the neck. That is a critical success. As I grab him by the neck, I lift him up, sort of meet his eyes with my one sort of glowing eye, and say, yours will be an agonizing death. And I attempt to use magic to slowly sap him of his, youth and vitality. That's a fumble. So I try, but the effect doesn't seem to come. I keep holding on to him.
drops the bow as the skeletal arms holds, but a light starts to pulsate through the fingers, and it set itself free and looks towards you, Aitos, and says, "That's all you can do."
Even if I should not get you now, death comes for you eventually, I say, and kind of cackle maniacally as I do.
I pull my blade free from the lich and
We are
reach
gods.
down.
We are immortal.
I reach down. I scoop up my detached hand with black tendrils and sinew. It attaches back to the arm. I turn to the spear wielding god and say, "With me now," as I step in to attack him. Success. I stab my sword towards him.
As your sword hits, light starts to emanate from the wound.
You're cutting out a little bit. I cannot hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. So as Rin's blade slashes, a gash starts opening on the chest, and light starts to pour out.
Where is your sister? Are you not inviting Luna to the party? Or do you not like the change it creates? No. No, you don't. You just want it to be bright all day. Do you? Heh?
I turn to Zarrex. "Who are you talking to?" As I continue clashing blade on spear.
Flailing in the air by the tentacle out of control as the arc-lich was interrupted before.
I call out to Ithos.
I
"Ithos!
will lend you Zyrax.
Get him down from there! He's no use to us floating above the ground like that."
Hearing that, I sort of turn back to the god that I'm facing, and I go, "Fool. You believe that because you are immortal, you will never die. The world was nothing before you and I, and it can be made that way again." And I back away and rush to assist Zyrax.
the god that was infected by Rin starts to compose himself and jumps towards his sister that was on the ground, trying to help help her up.
I spin my blade
The
around.
one that
I spin my blade around.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Darian.
So the one with the spear starts to launch towards Rin, and the spear hits you in the shoulder.
I attempting to deflect it out of the way. The blade, I push it out of the way, and it pierces my shoulder. I wrench the spear from the shoulder, push it out of the way, and I spin my blade around and try to jab up towards the neck of this man, this god. Critical success. Pierce the blade clean through his neck, poking out the back. I attempt to wrench the blade out the side, nearly decapitating him. Success. White light is sprayed on the wall.
Spits from his mouth over your face, and
I'm blinded by the
light from his eyes start to your portal. You can a light coming towards the earth, and a huge impact, a massive explosion of light.
Real quick, Darian, could you repeat that part you cut out? I didn't hear anything.
Sorry, so
before that.
as a bright flash of light explodes as the at the impact with the earth.
I'm at the shaking. I'm unsteadied.
The god is no more.
Oh well. Looks like a position has opened up, Antonidas. The throne is over there. Like limply with a tentacle arm pointed towards it. One of the golden thrones, now dimmer in the light, with the absence of a god in its presence. All you have to do is sit on it. Trying to coerce him once more to become more than he is. Success. The whispers never really stop.
He looks at you, greed in his eyes. maybe Zyrax, you are onto something. And he opens the book and starts to do an incantation. Is using the bow.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? The internet cut out again. He started an incantation?
And the tentacles start to unwrap from you and go towards the goddess that is using the bow.
Yeah. Feel the pain of my flesh being ripped by the tentacles, using my body as a conduit to summon forth more.
Ithos?
I seeing that Zyrax is unobstructed, I turn my gaze back to the female god that had been wounded in the leg before, fallen to the ground, and I sort of move in to take a swing at her with my scythe. Aim for the chest where the heart would be. That is a success.
As gets into her chest, the light fades from her eyes, and again through the portal you see another beam of light going towards the earth, striking very close to the and again a flash of light. Another god is no more.
With a loud war cry, the light of the blood sprayed on me from the dead god darkens, and I'm rejuvenated, gaining back a strike. I turn to the remaining gods, the two that are left, one of them being wrapped around by tentacles. I turn to Gainer, the black armored soldier. I point a finger at him and I beckon him to go towards the one wrapped up in the tentacles. Finish her.
There is a third flash, a beam of light in succession. The third god is no more.
I look to the final god seated on the center throne. I look around to my other two friends. Look back to him.
I reach out my hand towards the god, the gangly finger, scaled and feathered. At the very top, the nail detaches and flies towards the throne, penetrating the throne itself, and pulsates out a dark energy to transform the very throne he sits on. A failure, attempting to turn the throne into the god's own prison.
He jumps from the throne and lunges towards you in a last attempt to die with honor.
Seeing the god sort of leap out towards us, I move to intercept him, again attempting to grab him with my skeletal arm. That is a failure. He's far too swift for me.
In the same spirit, my rune sword leaves my hand, being commandeered, begins to careen, attempting to strike this dodging god. Unable. It's too quick. Zyrax!
He jumps at you, but Zyrax, but he's not able to hit you.
Like a leaf in the wind, I float and flutter in the air, twisting around a few times. Whoa! Swirling. And I float towards him. And I reach out my arms. I'm like, don't be like that. We're brothers after all, aren't we? And I go for a hug. Give me a second. Yeah, I go for a hug. The roll itself is a failure. As I am about to hug him, foul energy can be felt as I attempt to open up a black hole around me. Let's go on a journey.
Seeing this dark energy manifesting, my blade returning to my hand, I say, Zyrax, what are you doing? You fool, you'll kill us all. I begin to rush, being pulled by my blade towards Zyrax's back, attempting to stab through him into the god.
But Ren, we already tried to kill the gods. We already tried to control them. But what if we are all gone? As the hole grows slightly bigger.
Success. piercing through Zyrax into the god. Ithos, finish him off! Both of them, I don't care! We have to survive!
Again, or sort of heating ores, I'll take the scythe, sort of aim for the neck of this impaled law god and take a wide swing, heedless of whether it hurts Zyrax or not. $51, that's a success.
My last move. I push my hand into my robe and pull out the orb from the very start and float it towards Antonidas the Lich King, exiting my fingertips, stabbed again. One final grin. As my head turns inside and my body disappears in this black moat of the abyss of absolute nothingness, as it starts whirling slowly and trapping anything nearby. The gravitational pull becoming stronger. Goodbye, my brothers.
In a final last-ditch effort, I try to wrench the blade through the side of the god. We must finish this! As the objects are being pulled to this black hole, this singularity, I try to kill this god. Success. The blade pulled free. Ithos, the throne! You must sit on the throne!
I, heeding the call, sort of rush towards the throne, attempting to escape the grasp of this black hole. Okay. That's a failure. As I attempt to, rush, the pull of the black hole is too much. I call out to Rai. I can't. It's too strong.
As the corpse of the last god hits the singularity, the light that fuses with the darkness create an implosion and then a big explosion that goes in all directions.
Thrust by this massive wave of energy, I'm flung towards the four thrones. As time slows to a halt, I try to swing my blade down to catch myself on one of the thrones. Failure. The blade leaves my hand as I'm pinned against the wall.
With this explosion of energy, I attempt to swing my axe down into the ground to gain some kind of purchase to resist the pull of the black hole. That's a success. I managed to just about hold on, sort of go down and try to gain as much purchase as I can.
As the explosion starts to as the dust starts to settle, you see on the throne the Lich. He sits on the throne and says, "Get out of my realm." He makes a gesture with his hand, and you are expelled, both of you, and back into the shifting abyss that you came from.
As he does that, I flung into this realm. I sort of go, "Zyrax, you bastard!"
I say nothing as I'm flung back into chaos. Is that it?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Cool. We'll get Zonalar back in here. Heck yeah, man. Dude, that was awesome. That was great. That was a lot of fun. I thought these were some really cool characters. I thought these were some really, really dope characters.
You guys really helped me with with the NPCs and everything, especially Zol.
I'm sorry for your loss, or glad that it happened, whichever one fits.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, that was great. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I thought these characters. So initially, I was kind of iffy about how this setting would go, but the fact that we kind of leaned away from the more established gods and kind of went with our own thing, I thought that really helped allow us to bring it to life.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it was really great.
I think this is much better than if we tried to be Greek gods or Roman gods.
Yeah,
because I feel like, I mean, there's just like so much baggage and knowledge and history attached to it. It's like, it's like, oh, let's do like the Star Wars game, but we are the main characters, oh, let's do the gods thing. But we are, well, everybody knows the story of the gods. How are we going to retell it in an interesting way?
Right.
We need our own pantheon.
Yeah.
And I like that. That was real nice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for creating Zyrax. I don't want to apologize.
No, dude, I thought Zyrax was great. Zyrax, his whole vibe was just awesome. Sort of the crap-eating grin. Sort of this snively, just slimy sort of dude. I freaking loved it. I thought Ithos was really cool. I think I love sort of the visual aspect of him, like the visual aesthetic he has, where he's just the skull with this single eye. I thought that was a really good touch.
Yes.
I wasn't quite sure where I wanted to go with him.
Yeah,
I wanted to give him an air of I don't know, like inevitability.
Yeah, that was
There's
cool.
no stopping him except
I like that.
for Zyrax.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry for
That's
you.
okay. That was a good move, a fun move.
No, that was great. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I loved. I think Zyrax was kind of I don't want to say MVP because that's not a good way to look at it, but in terms of just turning things in a completely different direction than anybody was expecting.
Oh man, I had so many ideas. You don't even know
Yeah,
the
yeah,
things I said no to because it didn't fit anymore.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, let me call forth the cults in the city to turn the whole, like, the way the buildings are built into a curse and pull it into the abyss. But then, you know, like, it turned into Kratom. I'm like, okay, there's no cult here.
Yeah,
No cults. Let me bring back the other 7 wizards
Yeah,
to that are like bodies of Antonidas
yeah.
to like challenge the gods. It's like, no, I don't think the wizards are strong enough to fight the gods in this case.
Right.
And I have their body. I can't do that.
Yeah. So Antonidas was, I think, a really cool addition. I mean, the fact that just the way that you described the shrunken head and then the staff made of fingers, I thought that was a really cool touch. And the fact that he sort of comes back at the end and sits on the throne, Darian thought that was an awesome touch. That was really cool.
The dice said it was an awesome touch. I rolled. It was a good roll, and that.
Cool. I love this idea that even though like
he manages to do it, so he did.
Yeah. I love the touch at the end where it's like we're so close to accomplishing our goal. Like everything is going our way. We're you know, we've killed the final god, and then even though we're so close, we're just that far away.
Yeah.
We accomplish our goal, but not to the degree that we were wanting to. So I thought that was a great touch.
I accomplished my goal. I changed things.
You changed things, yeah. And now Antonidas is on the throne now, which is
I almost want to say
insane.
Iphis got to kill gods, so he should be happy. But Rin doesn't get to dominate law.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, I was wanting to get to sit on the throne with the idea being if I get on the throne, then I have control over everyone. And then I shut it all down basically.
Yeah, full control.
Yeah, but that
the age of the tyranny, you know, it's like
Yeah. So, DigialDude, how did you feel about the session? What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah, like overall, I didn't enjoy it. Things got a bit chaotic there at some points for me. I find it a bit difficult to maybe kind of follow along, but I know I tried to move forward with as much knowledge as I had anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, it was a bit hard. I will agree at some points, and the internet did not help with that.
Yeah.
We had some bad cutouts, sadly.
Yeah.
And trying to like not break the verisimilitude of like, we can't hear you now, please.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I don't know why my internet was so bad tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we did the best we could with what we had. I was honestly worried that you weren't going to be able to join back, and then I was going to be like, "Oh shoot, what do we do now?" You know?
Yeah, I was kind of.
But yeah, I mean, I think we did the best we could. I noticed, so I tend to take notes, especially if I'm playing with new folks or folks that I haven't played with before in the past. Just kind of like to keep track of things that I'm thinking about in the moment to kind of talk about after the fact. And I think
awesome.
Yeah, I think we had a few moments where there was just a lot of silence and people didn't really know whose turn it was.
Yeah.
I think your turns were awesome. Like you had really good turns. There were just a lot of times where you weren't taking them.
Yeah, I was like I know that's a problem I have in a lot of games that I'm in. I have a Tuesday game where I kind of struggle to get my word in, but that's because everybody else is a bit more gung ho.
Sure.
And so I tend to hold back a bit
Yep.
I know that's maybe what we're trying to avoid here at 40. So, and again, this was my first session doing, no prep.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
So I guess I was a bit unsteady on my feet in that regard.
And that's totally okay. Like it's totally understandable to not only be in a completely new play style, but to be with new people.
Yeah.
I know you've played with Darian before. Is that correct?
Yeah, Darian was nice enough to give me my training session.
Right. So
Oh, cool.
is
That's
this your
awesome.
first? Is this your first
Nice.
like actual 4D session? With the group?
Assuming we're not counting the training session, then yes. Like I've been attempting to apply like the principles here to other places where I get the opportunity. But yeah, this might be my first proper 4D.
Heck yeah, man. So
Awesome.
so then I don't fault you at all because I've seen the exact same thing happen where when it's a person's first like 4D game with a group, especially training sessions, I kind of put them in a different category just because a one-on-one session is vastly different than playing with a group.
Yeah.
As far as pacing goes,
Like,
so,
if the game master stops talking, I can start talking.
yeah.
But if it's a group, you're like, is Uriah going first? Does
Yeah.
Zonalar want to say something?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, I won't say anything because I have nothing to say, and I want Darian to tell me what I see, what's around me to interact with.
Yeah.
But maybe Darian wants somebody else to speak up. So
Sure.
I'm also waiting for a signal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things. And there was a moment where I called your name out. I said Ithos, and then you took a turn. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I guess for Darian, whenever the turn order gets kind of shaky, it's not a bad idea to say, just call out the character's name and kind of direct turn from turn. That way everybody is getting their turns. I have a really bad habit of like talking over people sometimes, especially when there's silence. Like if there's too much silence, the ADHD, like, okay, something has to happen right now, that sort of part of my brain.
It's like, why is nobody talking?
Yes.
Takes over.
I specifically requested it, No, but I don't think it's a bad thing for Darian for you to call for people to take their turns. That's totally an acceptable thing. But other than that, I think you did great. Obviously, like the Wi-Fi.
I was
being an
trying.
issue was... Go ahead.
Yeah.
To be as the world, not to.
Yeah.
I was like, if an NPC was attacking someone or going, I was trying to do like 4D session. I don't know.
Yeah. We lost that last half of your sentence there.
So I was saying that something in the world, for example, an NPC was going for someone, I was saying the name, but if not, it's for me doesn't call someone, okay, it's your turn, Aitos, it's your turn, Rini, it's your turn, Zyrax. I don't know, it doesn't feel
and in a way, this is really where you have to decide how much. I mean, we are still playing a game, and we play together.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that like even the shy person that doesn't speak up very often gets the same amount of turns as everyone else at the table. And even if that is just like I stand there stoically, it's also a good turn, or like scratching something under my hood, as like you can hear insects skittering away upon scratch and fall off. That's also like a cool evocative description, or anything you want to come up with that is not like, oh, let me do something proactive in the world. Sometimes sometimes a turn can just be, I exist. I'm in the room, sitting, watching. It is pretty much what I did. Like, how do I establish Cyrex? He watches the ritual being performed of a Pegasus being turned into a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, let's cut off its wings and it's gonna turn into one of those like black burning horses eventually.
Yeah.
It's like classic D&D lore or something.
That's cool. But yeah, I mean, my recommendation for that, kind of like what Z said, we are still, it's kind of a meme at this point now, but I mean, we are playing a game, and I know for it kind of depends from group to group, but I think it's perfectly acceptable to pass that torch to the different players.
Yeah.
That way everyone does get a turn, also what I was wanting to say, I just got it back. In order to better establish the tone, because this is it was meant to be more of an action. And I definitely think we hit it.
Oh yeah.
But to keep that pacing up, I don't think it's a bad idea in order to do that. At least for me, it doesn't pull me out of any sort of verisimilitude or immersion or nothing like that to sort of pass that camera around, so to speak.
There's definitely the thing of like the many ways you can prod somebody to take a turn. Like, you're playing the game, you are a player, you are literally one of the main characters at the table together with all the other players, so you should take the turn. That should be the one, the obvious thing of when you play the game, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not at the 4D table, that is usually not even guaranteed, because people are like, the game master is gonna do his thing.
Yeah.
And eventually, when he is done, he will ask me. So
What do you do? Yeah.
Yeah. So like, okay, I will do nothing until he says,
Yeah.
Rin Quill, what will you do?
Yeah.
But we don't need that summoning ritual of it's your player's turn now.
Yeah.
You can just say Rin, Cyrex, Ithos.
Yeah.
And keep it like that. And then when everybody does it a couple times, then you stop. You're like, okay, continue. Or you don't say anything, and the silence will make the players uncomfortable and do something in this world.
And then they'll talk. Yeah. Because I think because me and Zonalar have played before, and we kind of were able to kind of play off of one another. What can end up happening if we're not careful, it would have just turned into the Zonalar Uriah show. And that's what we don't want.
Exactly.
We've had that before. It was not good. No,
it was a comedy show.
Yeah, it was a comedy show, literally. We did a no prep where we rolled like a lighthearted tone, and it just
with Troy.
Yeah, it just became Monty Python. I was actually going back and listening to that the other day. But yeah,
it was so much fun though.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I usually like to, at least for the sessions, I say I like to let the players like pass the baton between them.
Sure. Yeah.
For me, just to like, when it's someone's turn, they say what they are doing, and the world, me, is reacting to what they are doing. That's why. That's how I would like things to happen, more or
Absolutely.
less.
I mean, honestly, that's probably the better way to do it. And I tried to do that. I kind of felt bad towards the end because I'm like, I'm just telling Ithos what to do. Like every single turn, I'm just telling him what to do. And there's things that he's a part of, like things that he's doing where he just kind of drops it and goes and does what I told him. Like, I don't want to just play his character for him. Like, I don't want to just constantly tell him what to do. My intent, and I apologize if it felt like that. But
hold on. The God of Domination does not apologize for giving orders.
Well, I meant more so like player to player, you know.
Right.
Yeah. No, I get you.
You can always say no.
Oh, yeah.
No. I was saying you can always like you say what you are doing, and then I look towards Itos.
Yeah.
And then you like pass on, or I look towards Zyrax.
Yeah.
Or Zyrax, I look towards Itos, or I look towards, and so on. Like, you can pass it like you do your thing, then you say I look towards to see what's happening there, and then and so on, and we keep doing things like that, and at the end everyone has a turn.
That's actually really a smart way to go about it. I like that.
That helps. At a live table, of course, you can go clockwise.
Sure.
In a Discord or in a call, you can go from left to right.
Yeah.
Or like a clock. Ifus, Rin, Cyrex, Darian. But because of the connections, we also dropped out of order.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's like, well, I guess we just do the dual order now.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you just play 2 or 3 times with the same people, you will find a rhythm. So this is very much like a first session problem
for sure.
that you solve. Like once you're no longer jittery about, like who's this Uriah guy? I don't know if I can play with him. He's weird,
Fair.
Yeah. Like the Zonalar guy, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like, all of his characters, why are they so strange? Like abnormal. Why can't you be normal, Zonalar's character?
They're screaming in the corner.
Yeah.
But
that will go away if you do it a couple times and you get to talk about it. Like, okay, if you played again, I would be like, how would Darian like to do it? Oh, the players should prod themselves.
Yes.
So I will take my turn, and I would give a signal to DigialDude or something like that.
I'm stealing that, by the way. I'm totally stealing that because that's actually a really good way to go about it. And that's something that I played a Shadow Dart game with Crispy and Kingmaker, and Crispy's son for the YouTube channel Roleplay or Die. And
cool.
There is basically a style guide that we follow, and that's the way that they do it. Is they pass, instead of the GM saying it, they pass character to character in that sort of style. So that's actually a really good way to go about it. That way, because with a table like that, where it's a little bit more, it's more fast paced. So instead of us going in a round robin manner, we're cognizant of the people around us, and we make sure to include them in what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but elsewise, I think this was a great session. I think we had I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. Especially the ending. It was
it was a good twist.
That was awesome. Cool. So to wrap things up, as is tradition, Darian, because you ran the session, you get to replace the setting. So not to put you on the spot, but what would you like to replace the setting with?
I don't see any westerns. I will put a western there.
Okay. We've had I want to say we've had western a couple times.
Bring it back. The people want it.
It is that good. It is that good that I am willing to absolutely put it back.
Yeah.
Because westerns are dope. It was kind of funny. So we did western. We had Crispy on for a weekly no prep, and we rolled western, and then he replaced it with weird western, and then they rolled that, and then I think they replaced it with lucha libre. But yeah, westerns are cool, and I'm down with that. So that'll go on there. I have this idea because at the new year, the no preps are done, or at least my involvement with them. I have this idea of taking all of our old no prep settings and putting all those back in the list. So we have this massive 50 numbered setting list that we can roll on. Just to see what happens,
Oh, cool.
I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, awesome, cool. Well, that is a success on the Ultimate No Prep Challenge. Had a great time playing these characters. Really cool concept, really cool game. Darian, thanks so much for joining us. DigialDude, again, thanks so much, man, for hopping in. Zonalar, it's always good to have you. You're always welcome. But yeah, that is all from
Thank
us.
you, guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It is our pleasure. We will see you all in the near future, back at our normal time, back at our normal schedule. And yeah,
Who
so
knows?
yeah, that's
Maybe
all from us.
once every year we do another one
Yeah,
for Europe.
And I mean, I encourage y'all to. I mean, y'all are in similar, close enough time zones to. I recommend doing this. Like, it doesn't even have to be streamed. You know, it's kind of part of the challenge is that you do stream it. But I mean, I think this is a great thing to sort of spring on your friends and just play an awesome game. But yeah, that is all from us. Any closing thoughts from you three?
For me, it was a blast. So thank you again, guys.
Awesome.
If you play a crazy character like Cyrex, be willing to die multiple times. Like
Yes.
I was ready. I was coming up with new and inventive ways to kill myself.
Yeah.
That is my last tip for the people.
Yep.
And I learned I need to develop a bit of a god complex to better get in character.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hey, y'all take care. Thanks for the folks who watched this live. We had a couple people pop in. Of course, Nicholas popped in, hung out with us really the whole time, which was awesome. It's all just Nicholas. It's all just Nicholas, which is cool. Thanks so much, buddy, for hanging out with us. And for the folks who are watching this after the fact, thank you so much for checking it out. And we'll see y'all next week at our normal time, at our normal hour, normal day, every Friday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. But until then, peace out and God bless.
Peace.